my besties, design team YouTube members. I have a special project to share with you today. Hope you enjoy it. I'm using this big-eyed girl image from Sherri, and it's in her Etsy digital shop number 313. I used Copic alcohol ink markers. We did the skin tones in very light colors of the basic E colors, E50, 00, and 53 with a touch of R20. The hair was done with the T colors for black, a nice contrast, T3, 4, 6, and 8. I did the shoes with the same color. The little bow with an R20, 22, and 24. And the little dress is with the B00000, B02, and B24. I did a touch of C5 in the very edges I sandwiched in. I did the grass with G20, G24, and G28. I just did a little watercolor wash in the background for interest. And I'll be demonstrating a surprise pocket envelope that I learned from Teresa Momber. She has a beautiful site called Crafting the Web. If you've not found it, it's one of my favorite. You should check that one out. And I'm also going to demonstrate making a paper bow from a technique from We Are Memory Keepers. This will be a basic envelope that you can use any envelope on hand, or you can custom make your own. And you cut the top off, corrugate the bottom, and the top pops right back on. And you can fill this pocket with little surprise treats or a card. I filled it with some seeds because I just think that would make a cute little gift for this little image where she's planting seeds and stuff. And then to custom make your own bow is even cuter. And you just put that little top right back on your card base, and it's a perfect little surprise gift pocket. I'm going to be using a Memory Keeper envelope maker for this, and it is so easy to do. Right on top you'll have a list of the card sizes and what paper size you need for that each card, and you'll also it'll tell you your score line size. I'm using a 9x9, which will yield a card 3.5 by 7.5 inches, and it tells me to score it 3 1/8. For my bow, I'm going to be needing a 1 by 6 inch strip, 1 by 4, and 1 by 1/4. And I'm going to need a tool to corrugate. I'm using Fiskars. Now I'm placing my paper at my score line, 3 1/8. I press it and I score. Then after that you just line up your score line with your score line guide that's on your tool, and you just continue punch and score till you complete the entire circle. And I'm using a bone folder to get a really nice crease in there. And you will have you can use either side, but I'm going to use the colored designer side up. And then you just seal this and create a card, and I'm doing it with the longest part of my card. It's going to be vertical. Now this would normally be a nice envelope for a card, but I'm going to seal the top off. So it's a completely sealed envelope. If you have a nice envelope at home, you can seal this up and just start from here. Then cut the top off. And now normally the top would not fit on top of there because it's the same size. But in our case, we're going to corrugate this, and I'm using a Fiskars tool, and it will kind of shrink up the width of this a little bit and allow that top piece to fit right on top. Has a nice snug fit, but it fits. And I like to corrugate it about 3 times. It makes the paper really pliable. But it just shrinks it enough to make a perfect size to fit inside that card top. You can make a couple of these and then switch off the tops, like you noticed I did with my sample section. I have the top is actually the inside color of my paper, so I made 2 and then switched the top. But on this one, for simplicity, I'm just going to show you how it works. You can decorate the top of this, but I would recommend you do it on the lid portion if you want to put some edging on rather than the base of the card, because you don't want to take up more space. And now we're going to add a bow to the top, and it's going to make a paper bow that I learned from Memory Keep. We are memory keepers. So I am taking my 1x6 and I'm cutting this, or putting it right in the center and punching. A 6-inch will be punched at 3 inches on both the top and the bottom. Then I'm putting it in my rounder. If you have a rounder punch, corner rounder, you can just use that, but there is one on your memory keeper as well. And I'm softening my paper some, allowing it to bend and adhere easily. And I'm taking some, doing the same process with my 1x4, except I'm starting with the edges and I'm making a little kind of a chevron. And then at 2 inches, I'm again punching like I did before. And this is going to make a cute little bottom edge. Then my longer edge, I'm going to loop around, not all the way to the center, but I'm going to align the edges and adhere them with a little bit of paper glue, or you can use any adhesive actually, or a glue gun, whatever your preference is. But you can see it makes a beautiful little bow. You can make one slightly smaller and put that on top if you'd like. And then we take that little 1 inch by 1/4 inch size, and we're going to just put that across the very center of the bow. And if you choose, you can embellish it with beads, with pearls, with flowers, whatever your preference is, but you have a really super cute bow. And this is a sample of what I used. You can put your focal image there. There's some really adorable one. Sherri Baldy has one called Faces that would just fit so perfect on this smaller version of an envelope. And there you have for comparison the one I made earlier, and how that top fits right on, and the new one that we made together. You can see I have adhered just a little tiny flower to coordinate with the flower images in the focal image. So I put a flower in the center of my bow as well. On my original, I put a pearl. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you give it a try. And thank you for watching. The sizes can be found at the bottom of this YouTube and also on my blog. My blog address will be at the end of this video. Thank you again.